Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to add Go High Level contact in Google Sheets. So are you also using Go High Level and Google Sheets for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here, I'm doing the same. I'm running a fitness studio, and to manage my members more efficiently, what I want is that as soon as a new contact is created in my Go High Level, automatically the details of that contact should be added in my Google Sheets. So for this, we are going to create a connection between Go High Level and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to understand how to add Go High Level contact in Google Sheets. So as you know that I run a fitness studio, and to streamline our member management process, we automatically add signups from Go High Level into a Google Sheets. So each time a new member registers, their name, phone number and email are instantly captured into our database. This automation helps us to stay organized, ensuring that no new member is missed and allowing us to easily send class updates, promotions and personalized communications without manual data entry. So to do all of this, I have simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we are going to click on access now, it is going to open my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations. And as you can see that I've created multiple folders right over here in my dashboard. And if you wish to learn how to create folders or subfolders in your Pabbly Connects account, you can click on this learn more hyperlink given right over here. And now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the workflow name to be how to add Go High Level contact in Google Sheets. And then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we are going to click on create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for a trigger application, I'm going to select it as Go High Level. But in order to collect Go High Level account with our Pabbly's workflow, we have to search the trigger application as Lead Connector. So I'm going to search for Lead Connector right over here. And as you can see, Lead Connector V1 and Lead Connector V2. So we are going to select Lead Connector V2 right over here. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So trigger event means on which the workflow will start. So on happening of what event the workflow should start. So I want that as soon as a new contact is created, my workflow should start. So I'm going to look for the same, and as you can see, contact created. So we are going to select the same. And as soon as we are going to do so, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Go High Level account and our Pabbly's workflow. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and then we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your high level account, select the account, go to automations and create workflow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Go High Level account right from here, and as you can see that this is my Go High Level account. And after opening this, we have to go on the left side bars, and as you can see automations, you have to open this automation right from here. And as soon as we are going to open this automation, you can see that we have to come on workflows, and as you can see the list of workflows which I have already created, but I'm going to create a new. For that I'm going to click on create workflow, and then we are going to click on start from scratch. And as soon as we are going to do this, over here you can see that it is going to open me a new workflow. And as soon as we are going to open a new workflow, you are going to look that over here too we have trigger. So again we are going to select trigger right over here. So it is saying click on add new workflow trigger, search for contact created and select it. So we have to select the same trigger right over here too as we selected right over here in our workflow of Pabbly. So we are going to open this add new trigger, and now we are going to search for contact created, and then we are going to select selected. And then we are going to click on save trigger, and as soon as we are going to click on save trigger, yes, you can see that we have did this, and now we're going to add this right over here, add an action step. And now for action, we are going to search for webhooks right over here. So I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it, and now we are going to select the method as post, and now it is asking me for the URL. So we are going to copy this webhook URL, and then we are going to paste it right over here under this URL section. And after doing all of this, we are going to click on save action, and as soon as we are going to click on save action, again we have to click on save right over here. And as soon as we are going to do this, yes, you can see workflow has been saved. And after clicking on save right over here, we have to publish this workflow. So I'm going to publish this workflow, and again we are going to click on save. So you have to keep in mind that saving this workflow and publishing this workflow is really important, otherwise your connection will not be successful. And now after doing this, yes, we have successfully connected our Go High Level account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now as soon as we connect our Go High Level account with our Pabbly's workflow, over here you can see it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So I'm going to do the test submission for same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my contact form, and as you can see the same, so we are going to use this. So it is saying first name, so I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as user, phone number as this, and now it is asking me for the email, so I'm going to keep the email as demoUser8989@pabblytudes.com, and then we are going to click on submit, and we are going to submit this. And as soon as we are going to do so, yes, you can see thank you for taking time to complete this form. So yes, with this we have successfully did this test submission, and this means that Go High Level has successfully created a new contact with these same details. So I'm going to open my Go High Level, and then we are going to go back to workflows. We are going to open our contacts and check that if a new contact has been created with the same details or not. So I'm going to open my contacts right from here, and yes, you can see a new contact has been created with these same details. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of the same or not. And as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response. Over here you can see the workflow name. We are going to move on forward. You can see the phone number that we entered. We are going to move on forward. You can see the full name, the first name, last name, and the email address that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully connected our Go High Level account with our Pabbly's workflow, and we have also successfully completed our trigger step. And now we are going to move on towards our action step. So what I want is that these contact details should be added right over here in my Google Sheets too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my action application as Google Sheets. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it right over here. And as soon as we are going to select our action application, it is asking me for the action event. So I'm going to select it as add new row, and then we are going to click on connect. And as soon as we are going to do so, again it is asking me for the same, add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then sign in with Google. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in with Google, it is going to ask me for my Gmail account. And as soon as I'm going to select my Gmail account, it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow Pabbly safe, and as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see authorization successful. So this means that we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So over here you can see the name of my spreadsheet is new contact. So I'm going to select the same right over here, which is new contact. And as soon as we are going to select the spreadsheet, it is going to ask me to select the sheet. So over here you can see that I have only a single sheet in my spreadsheet, so I've selected the same. And now it is asking me for the first name, last name, email and phone number. So you can notice that these are the same details which we have entered in our column right over here in our Google Sheets. So yes, we are going to enter these details. We are going to map these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected lead connector V2 as our trigger application, which was Go High Level. And now we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that over here it is asking me for the first name, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter first name right over here manually by typing demo. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if you're going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to search for it and as you can see the same. So let's suppose that we are going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now it is asking me for the last name. So I'm going to look for last name, and as you can see the last name user, so we are going to map this to. It is asking me for the email, so I'm going to search for email right over here, and as you can see demo user 8989@pablitudes.com. So we are going to map this, and now it is asking me for the phone number, so we are going to map the same also right over here. As you can see the same, so we are going to map it, and after mapping all of these details I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added these contact details in our Google Sheets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Sheets and check for the details added, and yes, you can see the details have been added, the first name, the last name. Over here you can see the same email address that we entered, and you can see the phone number that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we are going to do is I'm going to open my form again, and we are going to do another test submission with the new details. So I'm going to keep the details different this time, and we're going to do the real-time test submission. And now it is asking me for the first name. So for the first name I'm going to keep it as test, last name as user. For the phone number I'm going to keep it as this. For the email I'm going to keep it as testuser8989@pablitudes.com, and then we are going to submit it. And as soon as we are going to do this, yes, you can see thank you for taking time to complete this form. So this means that we have successfully submitted this, and this also means that Go High Level has created a contact for the same. So I'm going to open my Go High Level and check for the contact created, and yes, you can see the contact has been created, name test user. You can see the phone number and the email too. So yes, with this this means that Go High Level has created the contact successfully and also sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further added these same contact details in our spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Google Sheet and check that if the contact details have been added there or not. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Google Sheets right from here, and as soon as we're going to open this, yes, you can see the first name, the last name, the email, and the phone number that we entered has been added right over here in our Google Sheets too. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for our trigger application, we selected Lead Connector V2 because I wanted to connect Go High Level account with my Pabbly's workflow, and then for the trigger event we selected Contact Created. For the action application we selected Google Sheets, and then for the action event we selected Add New Row because I wanted that as soon as a new contact is created in my Go High Level account, automatically the details of that contact should be added in my Google Sheets too, so that I can keep everything organized. And yes, we were also successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the details I added during this video with the help of my workflow in my spreadsheet. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.